Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. My name is Hannah and I make weekly videos about making candles at home. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel and give this video a thumbs up if you find it somewhat helpful. In today's video, I want to share some of my top tips when it comes to using essential oils in candles, because if used incorrectly, then all sorts of issues and problems can occur during your testing period. Essential oils are natural, highly concentrated extracts from plants and are often fragrant. They can be found in roots, stems, leaves, plants, and even fruit, and they are extracted using a process called distillation. Unlike fragrance oils, essential oils are 100% natural, but they do come with some cautious hazards, which is why it's always best to check the safety data sheet. Personally, I like to use essential oils in all of my candles because of their benefits when it comes to anxiety and low mood. I am still in the process of testing all of my candles, but somewhere down the line, I would love to go into the route of aromatherapy candles. So that is the reason why I use essential oils in all of my candles. So with all that said, let's get into the video. So my first tip when it comes to essential oils in your candles is to make sure you are always using a high quality essential oil. So at the very start of my candle making journey, I think I went out there on a whim and I totally looked for the cheapest essential oil there was possible. And I think I actually even ended up purchasing a whole bundle of essential oils from The Range, which is a UK based store. It's just a really cheap and convenient store, and because of the price point, I was like, this is amazing. But it wasn't until, of course, a few weeks later when I was really heavily researching the part I should have done first, that with all essential oils you really need to know what ingredients have been used and also the safety data sheet, which is so important when it comes to any candle making business, whether you're using essential oils or fragrance oils. And also using a high quality essential oil in your candle is also going to give you the best result possible when it comes to your hot scent throw. If you're using a really cheap essential oil, then you're probably not going to get the hot scent throw that you are after. So my advice would be to check the candle supplier you are purchasing from, check the ingredients, and most importantly, check the safety data sheet. So my second tip is going back to the safety data sheet, and that is to check all of the hazards that come with your essential oil. So this is probably the part that was a bit of a hold up at the start of my journey, and that was picking the right essential oil that didn't come with too many hazards and cautious hazards. So I really wanted to go with a few different essential oils that I have now. I'm currently using Candle Shack's essential oil blends, and I love them, but I did have my eye on a few different essential oils beforehand from different suppliers, but it wasn't until I actually looked into the hazards that came with all of the safety data sheets, and I picked up on a lot of questionable hazards, which is also included in a lot of fragrance oils as well. But for me personally, I wasn't confident creating candle that I will potentially go down the line of selling when it has hazards such as harmful to pregnant women, harmful to fertility, harmful to so many different other things, and it really scared me. So I decided that I wasn't confident in using those essential oils. Of course, it's down to your own personal preference, but go with what you are happy to use yourself, and you're happy to go with a essential oil that you are confident with when somebody questions you about the hazards. So in the end, I did end up going to Candle Shack and using some of their essential oil blends, because after a lot of research, they were probably the only essential oils that had the least hazardous cautions on a safety data sheets. And while all hazards when it comes to essential oils and fragrance oils will always warn you about aqua life and whatnot, I think you just need to take some of them with a little bit of a pinch of salt. But of course, when it came to the fertility and pregnant women, that was just where I was crossing the line. So yeah, my second tip would be to absolutely take note of every single hazard that is on your safety data sheet. And if you don't know what it is, research it, Google it. But yeah, I think that is a really, really important point when it comes to choosing your essential oils for your candles. My third tip would be to get the best hot scent throw is to really figure out the calculation for your wax and fragrance oil percentage. So a lot of people who have never made candles before really have no idea how to work out the correct percentage of fragrance oil or essential oil that they should be using for the amount of wax that they are using for however many candles they are making. So I will link a video right here more about that and the exact calculation that I use personally for my candles, but that is just something that I needed to pop in here because the calculation or the percentage that you use for your essential oils is going to be different for the calculation that you use for your fragrance oils, because fragrance oils are naturally just a lot more stronger than essential oils. So you really need to figure out the correct percentage that you need to be using for your essential oils if you want to get the perfect hot scent throw. So tip number 4 would be to always make sure you are using a highly accurate and sensitive measuring scale for your essential oils. So this is something I learned a few months ago. I actually started my candle making journey just using the same scale for my wax and my essential oils, but little did I know that my kitchen scales weren't accurate enough to pick up the difference in the oil weight. So I ended up purchasing a really high quality and sensitive measuring scale. I will link it below, and I can't begin to tell you what a difference it makes. So I was using way too much essential oil when I was just measuring on my kitchen scale. So now not only am I saving myself money on essential oil, but it also really helps when it comes to getting that percentage right, which I was just talking about, and that can massively affect your hot scent throw as well. A lot of people don't realize, but if you're using way too much essential oil than you should be, then that can really put out your hot scent throw. So if you haven't, please grab yourself a really highly accurate and sensitive measuring scale that is suited and designed for measuring oils. Tip number 5, be cautious when it comes to blending and mixing essential oils with another essential oils. So if you are going down the route of selling your candles, then if you do wish to blend essential oils together with different essential oils, be aware that you will need to create your own safety data sheet stating the exact ingredients you use, the hazards that could possibly come with those two essential oils mixed, and also be aware that you will need to create your own safety data sheet with all the ingredients involved and also any possible hazards from mixing those essential oils. It is something that I have chosen not to personally do myself just because of all the extra effort that is involved, and it is another reason why I've decided to purchase my already blended essential oils from Candle Shack, because these just have the safety data sheet sorted for me, and I don't need to do too much thinking about that. But yeah, if you do wish to blend your essential oils, obviously go for it, have fun, be cautious, but do just know that you need to create your own CLP label, which you need to be doing anyway if you are selling your candles, but that you definitely need to create your own safety data sheet. And if you have no idea about that, then that is definitely something that you need to look into. Tip number 6 would be to heavily research into essential oils before you even consider using them for your candles. Ask yourself exactly why you want to use essential oils for your candles. Research into the hazards and the possible side effects of using essential oils for your candles, and just become really well knowledgeable about essential oils. This is something that I took very seriously at the start of my candle making journey, and ultimately I did decide essential oils was the route that I wanted to go down, which is absolutely fine, and obviously that is who my audience is going to be when I eventually do start selling my candles, but I think If you're not too sure about it and you're sitting on the fence, really research into essential oils, join loads of groups and forums on Facebook, watch loads of YouTube videos about essential oils, and also go into it with a really open mind. I know a lot of people go into essential oil candles because of their health benefits and the fact that they are 100% natural, but just because they're natural doesn't mean that they are 100% safe either, and that is something that you just need to make yourself aware of. But saying that, I do really love essential oils, so it's always just best to listen to your gut, do your research, and know that you would be 100% confident in selling essential oils candles if you wish to, or even just making them if this is a hobby for you. Tip number 7, which is my final tip, and I think that is to really avoid bulk buying essential oils at the start of your candle making testing phase at home. Essential oils are more expensive than fragrance oils, unfortunately. That is if you're going with a high quality one, which you should be. But yes, they are expensive, and I think essential oils can be a bit like Marmite. You either love them or you don't love them. So I would advise that you read the reviews on your candle supplier's website. You get in touch if you have any questions. Just get in touch with your candle supplier. They will respond to you if they are a good one, of course. And then just buy 1 or 2 bottles and experiment with them first. I think there was one essential oil blend which I thought I would love because of the reviews, and I was so tempted to save money on delivery costs and just bulk buy, but I'm so glad I didn't, because I ended up not being too much of a fan of that essential oil. It just wasn't for me, so I'm glad I didn't bulk buy. A lot of candle suppliers do charge a lot of money when it comes to delivery costs, and of course if you are always ordering every week, then it's just going to be expensive. Candle making is expensive. You guys probably watch some of my videos, and this is something I always heavily bang on about, is avoid bulk buying at the start of your candle making journey. It's just something you don't want to do because you are testing out so many different things, and of course you want to save as much money as you can possible. So yeah, pick your essential oil, do your research, and then just kind of take it easy, take it slow at the start of your journey. Make sure you have the correct calculations when it comes to the percentage of the essential oil you are using for your candles, and just know that essential oils is the kind of route that you want to go down. For me, I've always wanted to do essential oils because of the benefits when it comes to anxiety and low mood, and that is just the range of candles that I want to go into. So I've never even considered fragrance oils, but for you, that might be something that you want to consider, in which case try fragrance oils and essential oils. But yes, that would be my final tip. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Also, if you have any comments, please pop them in the box below. I hope you guys have a fabulous day. I will catch you next week.